Well, hello, boys and girls. Welcome once again to Story Time. This week we are going to read Keep the Lights Burning, Abby. Do you know this is a true story? It is about a young girl named Abby who was very afraid. It took place in 1856 in Maine. There's a big storm coming, and Abby has a very big job to do. And we're going to read about her story. So let's begin. Keep the lights burning, Abby. Abby looked out the lighthouse window. Waves washed up on the rocks below. Out at sea, a ship sailed safely by. "Will you sail to town today, Papa?" Abby asked. "Yes," Captain Burgess answered. "Mama needs medicine. The lights need oil. We need food. The weather is good now, so it's safe to go out in Puffin." "But what if you don't get back today?" asked Abby. "Who will take care of the lights?" Papa smiled. "You will, Abby." "Oh, no, Papa," said Abby. "I have never done it alone." Abby was a little bit frightened. "You have trimmed the wicks before," said Papa. "You have cleaned the lamps and put in the oil. Mama is too sick to do it, and your sisters are too little. You must keep the lights burning, Abby. Many ships count on our lighthouses." Abby followed Papa down the steps. Another day, she would have raced. This morning, her legs felt too heavy to run. She and Papa walked down to the shore. Their little boat, Puffin, pulled on its rope. Captain Burgess jumped into the boat. He raised the sail. Puffin moved away from the shore. "Keep the lights burning, Abby," her father called. "I will, Papa," cried Abby. But the wind carried off her words, and Abby watched Puffin slide out to sea. Far away, she could see Matinicus Island. She knew Papa was a fine sailor. He could sail in rain. He could sail in fog. But if the wind blew up again, he could not sail back to Manticus Rock today. The waves would be too high for the little boat. Then she would have to care for the lights. Abby looked up. The two lighthouse towers seemed as high as the sky. Her family's stone house sat between the towers. Not far away stood Abby's hen house. Abby went to feed her chickens. She threw some corn on the ground. The hungry hens hurried to it. Abby sat on a rock and watched them. "Now listen, Hope, Patience, and Charity," she said. "Don't eat it all too fast. There is not much corn left. But Papa will bring you more," Abby sighed. "I hope he gets home today. I am a little afraid to care for the lights alone." Patience pecked Abby's shoe. Hope turned her head. Charity ruffled her feathers, and Abby laughed. "You three always make me feel better." Do you have a pet that makes you feel better sometimes? Maybe licks you when you're sad? Abby walked to the house. Esther opened the door. "When is Papa coming back?" she asked. "This afternoon," said Abby. "What if another storm starts?" asked Mahala. "Don't worry," Abby told her. "Papa will come back as soon as he can. You two run and get the eggs." "How is Mama?" Abby asked her sister Lydia. "Still too sick to get up," Lydia answered. "It's a good thing Papa went today. Mama needs medicine." "Are we running out of food?" "Then we must be careful," said Abby. to be careful of how much we eat. If there is another storm, Papa will not get back today. We must make that food last." That afternoon, Abby helped Mahala write her letters. Esther helped Lydia cook supper. Everyone helped take care of Mama. Do you help at home when there is a need? Outside, the sky turned gray. The wind put white caps on the waves. Another winter storm was coming. When the sun went down, Abby put on her coat. She had to light the lamps. Abby ran up the lighthouse steps. She stopped at the top to look out. The waves were like big hills. The wind blew rain at the windows. She could not even see Manticus Island. She knew Papa could not sail back. Abby was afraid. Are you afraid sometimes? She wished her brother Benji were home, but he was away fishing. What if she could not light the lamps? She picked up a box of matches. Her hands were shaking. She struck a match, but it went out. She struck another. This one burned. Abby held the match near the wick of the first lamp. The wick glowed. That light made Abby feel so much better. One by one, she lit all the lamps. Then she went out to the other lighthouse tower. She lit those lamps as well. Out at sea, a ship saw the lights. It steered away from the dangerous rocks. That night, the wind blew hard. Abby could not sleep. She kept thinking about the lights. What if they went out? A ship might crash. Abby got out of bed. She put on her coat. She climbed the lighthouse steps. It was a good thing she had come. There was ice on the windows. The lights could not be seen. All night long, Abby climbed up and down. She scraped ice off the windows. She checked each light. Not one went out. In the morning, the wind still blew. Waves rolled across Manticus Rock. Abby blew out each light. She trimmed each wick. She cleaned each lamp. She put more oil in. Then she went to breakfast. Then, at last, she went to bed. For over a week, the wind and rain roared. For a while, the family had to move into one of the strong towers. One morning, water ran under the door. "My chickens!" Abby cried. "They will be washed away." "Don't go outside," said Lydia. "You will be washed away too." Abby picked up a basket. "I go outside every night," she said. "I haven't been washed away yet." She opened the door. Water splashed into the room. Abby ran out into the rain. She waded to the henhouse. She put Patience under one arm. She pushed Hope and Charity into the basket. Just then, she heard another big wave coming. It sounded like a train. Abby raced to the tower. "Open the door!" she yelled. Lydia opened the door. Abby ran inside. "Oh, look!" Mahala cried. "Look there! The sea is coming!" The wave crashed over Manticus Rock. It washed away the henhouse. The girls pushed the door shut. Then the wave hit it. Abby felt the lighthouse shake. She was shaking too. They had shut the door just in time. Day after day, it snowed or rained. Abby wished it would stop. She was tired of the wind. She was tired of the waves. She was tired of climbing up those lighthouse steps. And she was tired of eggs. The only thing they had left to eat was eggs, and Abby was sick of them. Then one morning, the waves seemed smaller. The sky was not so black. The wind did not blow so hard. Late that afternoon, the girls heard a voice outside. It was Papa. They ran to help him carrying the boxes. There was medicine for Mama. There was oil for the lamps. There was mail. And there was food. And there was corn for Abby's chickens. I was afraid for you, said Papa. Every night I watched for the lights. Every night I saw them. Then I knew you were all right. Abby smiled. I kept the lights burning, Papa. This is a true story about a young girl named Abby Burgess. Now, what can we learn from this story? Well, who's the light of the world? Jesus. And Jesus' light shows us where to go. And Jesus' light shows us where there is danger, just like the very tall lighthouses. The lighthouses up high, they could see the dangerous rocks and steer away. And they could see where home was and where to go. We are to be filled so much with Jesus that we shine for Him, and we show others the way. We shine the light of Jesus' love, grace, mercy, and kindness. And sometimes it's hard, and sometimes we might be afraid, but we, like Abby, could do what it takes to shine the light of Jesus wherever we go. Thank you for joining us for Story Time, and I look forward to next week when we meet again. God bless you. Bye-bye.